Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel, The Truth Hurts. Today I'm going to be discussing red flag number 204, the Christmas season with PTSD. I promised God some time ago that I will be there for anyone who was going through the same kind of hurt that I have felt and still presently feeling. So I put my trust in God that my work would help another. PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, occurs when someone has been through a shocking or traumatic event. Complex C, PTSD, is any immediate added stress, such as the death of a loved one. Anyone that's going through a breakup will tell you the accursed Christmas season is the most depressing time of the year, because that's when a survivor feels extreme loneliness from being sensitive to everyone else's happiness with loved ones. Envy causes despair, which causes the survivor to contemplate suicide. Suicide is very much real, but no one takes it seriously, because they feel the individual is just seeking attention. But when the person actually kills themselves, then they want to shed crocodile tears pretending they cared, when they didn't care enough to take the person serious. The problem is, the listener don't see themselves doing it. Thus they can't phantom anyone else doing it. If you signed the Lilith's petition law, link in this video's comment section below, and read the remarks, you will see people admitting thoughts of suicide. The moment a depressed person thinks about suicide is the moment it should be taken seriously. I myself tried to kill myself one Christmas night in my 20s. I was in the house by myself, had a bottle of liquor in one hand and a bottle of aspirins in the other. The emotions were deja vu from the movie Lethal Weapon. Deja vu, reoccurrence of doing the very same thing, where Martin Riggs attempted to blow his brains out twice. Sergeant Martar didn't believe him until Riggs actually pulled the trigger. Sack investment afterwards. He had a death wish. Issue with survivors is, deep down inside, when you look in death face to face, you don't want to go. A person's character is what saves them. My mother's teachings saved me when I tried. My mother always taught me, only weak people kill themselves. And suicide is the one thing God does not forgive. I'm not a spiritual man, but that saying always stuck with me. So I was unable to carry out the ghastly deed. Within my first book, What the Hell Happened, Chapter 5, The Aftermath, I wrote, back in the 90s, I read an article in Black Singles magazine that said that the emotional upheaval caused by a relationship breakup is right up there with grief caused by the death of a family member. At the time I was going through a breakup, and I said this is absolutely true. I have heard many people say this statement. This breakup is so devastating, I could just die. When Caesar left me, I grieved as if someone died, and a part of me died too. All the happiness poured out of me. Unable to cry because I refused to shed a tear for her, I walked around with tears in my eyes for months. I missed her. I truly did. With Lilith, I missed her because I believed in her. Never ever did I think I would have to implement no contact with her. I feel felt I shouldn't have to feel this way. We were supposed to grow old together. Therefore, we would never be alone. I swear to God, it was always my mother's dying wish to see her son had someone that loved him enough that would bring him a glass of water when he needed it. I now know precisely what she meant by that, because in her golden years, it was I that was bringing her a glass of water. Now my mother's gone, and I have no happiness. I don't celebrate Christmas anymore because that was the greatest time of my life with my mother. I used to run the Christmas lights for her every year. Now I don't run them. I just close my eyes to the public decorations. My mother was my best friend. She left me when she passed away. Lilith was my best friend. She left me when she betrayed me. Bitches now sleeping with my enemies. Giving them the opportunity to say, yeah, I fucked that bitch. Being that she's a nurse only made me believe she had empathy and was caring. Bitch couldn't even be trusted to nudge me awake when I stopped breathing in my sleep. Reality, I was sleeping with the enemy. Please watch Red Flag number 163, Embarrassment of a Narcissist. It's mind-boggling and heart-rendering to know the person you loved and trusted so much was a phony fuck. The only comfort I have is knowing Lilith is mentally sick. So the reality is, you have to learn to be by yourself. Because in the end, you only have yourself. My monster taught me not to depend on any one person. When my narc was begging me to come to live with her, I asked the monster a serious question in chapter 6, A New Beginning, on page 56. First question was, you know I'm sick. And you know what length of what I would do and would not do. Suppose I have trouble out there. What's to say you won't put me out in the street? Lilith responds with Andrew, I have read your books. I know you. I know your intentions with Judy in the book, and which was confirmed in the group's discussion. Judy never said you were lying on her, and she never stated you stolen from her. That's not your style, and I know what kind of man you are. You haven't gotten worse other than your frequency. So I know you wouldn't steal from me. I would never put you out in the street. I love you and I care for you. And I want to help. Please let me help you. Chapter 15, I'm Not Afraid of Popo, on page 284. It's raining now, and do you know, while I was in my room, that bitch Lilith threw my belongings out in the lawn. When I got outside to talk to the police, my luggage bag, clothing, CPAP machine was all out in the rain on the lawn. Red flag! Savannah Gray stated on the subject of narcissism on her website, estemology.com, that narcissists are akin to psychological parasite. Once they get in your head, it's impossible to get them out. They spend the early part of a relationship learning all about you. What makes you tick, what buttons to push, the best to manipulate you later on. They pay keen attention to your vulnerabilities, your fears, what causes you the most hurt. And as a means of control, for a narcissist must always be in control. They will go to any lengths to isolate you from your friends and family and other sources of support. Run! When you are talking to one person, before you know it, you have caught feelings for that individual. Lillard's mindset about this issue was, and I quote, "Some women get so much attention, and if she's highly attracted to whomever's giving her the attention, she will give in. The reason for this is because you want to be loved." Most people at this point believe the individual they are conversing with is worth loving, when in actuality they are not. You may be happy with the person, you may be comfortable with the person, you may trust the person, but you do not love the person. This is infatuation, false temporary love, foolish and usually extravagant passion or admiration. There are a few women that want to talk to me right now, but I don't live like a narcissist and sleep with anyone that gives me attention. Some got mad at me because I won't give them a chance. I don't care. This is the time for you to become selfish and stop being a people pleaser and only care about yourself. Your feelings are more important than anyone else's. Bottom line, if a person really wants to be with you, they'll wait till you get better without rushing you. Therefore, you have to take care of yourself. And you do this by building a support group of various individuals who have suffered or suffering like you. So when you're feeling down, feeling lonely, feeling depressed, feeling helpless, you can share how you feel with them and feel comfortable knowing they understand you. Most people stay in failing relationships because they don't want to be alone. Nobody does. It's the reason why we date and enter relationships. It's the reason why we put up with so much crap, the bullshit, the disrespect, the physical and mental abuse, etc., etc., etc. But what we don't take into consideration is the person we want are not thinking like us. I'm telling you the truth. The partner takes advantage of the situation by thinking the person will do anything for me. So for fun, I'm going to give him my ass to kiss. Thus it becomes an ego thing. Therefore, do what my mother taught me. And she always taught me this, and I remember this when I was yay high. Learn to be lonely. I swear to God it's true. Being alone is better than being lied to, beaten up, cheated on, disrespected, arrested, etc., etc., etc. Please watch Red Flag number 202. Leave the narcissist alone. If you feel you want to commit suicide or just depressed, you need someone to talk to immediately. You know where you can find me. I won't charge you. If you don't feel like talking with me, this is Suicide Hotline. 800-394-4673.